Right, boys.
Welcome back
to the Lifted Lifestyle Podcast.
Shit, that was good. That wasn't even planned. That was good.
It's the best intro we've ever done. And it's going to be the best pod we've ever done as well. For the... Oh, is this pod 10? I think it is.
Yeah, I think it might be pod 10.
Celebrations, man. It. Let's have a cheers of a... cheers of a money.
A money.
For
soon to be a pint.
Well done, mate. Today we've got... what do they call it? I don't know. I can't.
You called it S tier list.
Yeah, ranking the best exercises per muscle group, S tier to A tier. Yeah. No, to what should we do? S, A, B, C, D.
D. Yeah. And we'll go off like enjoyment /
slaps
optimal.
Yeah.
/ whatever else.
Yeah. So should we crack straight into it, or do you want to do a little debrief of the weekend?
Crack straight on.
Right.
We can do a debrief at the end.
Yeah. Stick around to hear the best debrief in the game. So let's kick it off.
Let's go chest. Right.
Let's start with chest, okay?
Okay, so we should have maybe got a pool of exercises.
Oh, we've got a pool in here, mate.
Okay,
it's all right.
So S, right?
No. You got the way you do it is you say, okay, ranking this exercise or whatever. Say the exercise, and then we decide where it goes.
And we can only have one in each tier. Obviously. Yeah, surely. Okay, I'll start off.
That's tough because we might get to the last one. It'd be really good, but we filled up S.
Yeah, but that's the fun of it.
Okay, I like it.
Right, so ranking this chest exercise.
Should we put like S here, and I'll edit it so
so people can see.
So like up here, I don't know if that's on the camera, but that'll be like S, and that'll be like
we'll have an
D.
actual tier list here. So ranking this chest exercise, I'm going to go with the barbell bench press.
It's the GOAT.
It's the GOAT, man.
Okay, enjoyment wise, I love doing the bench press.
Super high.
At least I definitely enjoy the thought of it. But remember when we used to do the old 8T for 5x5? And we got stuck for like a year.
Yeah, and I'd just get so anxious because I wanted to progress it so bad.
That was like the highlight of my week if it went well. And it just ruined
if it went
my week
shit, you're just there demoralised for the whole week.
Especially when we're doing it consistently, because me, you and Alfie were doing it. And then
it was like a competition.
Yeah.
During when Alfie bruised his chest, he's like sternum because he was bouncing it that hard.
The old hip thrust bounce off the rib cage.
What an idiot, man.
So ranking the bench press.
So we've got S, A, B.
Enjoyment is very high. I'm not going to lie, the bench press gets a lot of stick.
Yeah, it's not even
bad. Do
bad.
not do the bench press if you want to grow your chest. I
actually don't really agree.
I think that's absolute cap.
Yeah.
Sure, you don't get converging. Maybe the range of motion isn't perfect, but it's not far off.
No, it's really not. Like when I think about when we've done the bench, like when we did it when we were in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
My chest was written off. Like I didn't feel like I could have got much more range at all.
And also the pump is outrageous.
Yeah. And it's fun.
Yeah. It's up there on many levels. Downside, it's a little bit unstable, but like just bench more and then you'll get used to it.
You'll get better.
So I'd go A.
Yeah, we've got to agree though, haven't we?
What would you go?
I'd go A or B, just because I don't know what else is going to come up.
Okay, let's go B.
Ideally, I'd put it S, but because we've got to think optimally and...
Let's go B.
Let's go B, yeah.
Okay.
B. That'll be there on the tier list somewhere.
Bench press. Exercise number 2.
Bench press.
This is going to be quite generalised, but a converging machine press. And this has got to be across the whole range as well, so you can't pick the perfect one. It's like this has got to include the ones that you'll get at Pure Gym that are average at best, all the way up to the ones that we really like. It's a bit of a spectrum, but you've got to take the average.
So obviously we're taking the average, but if it's one you really like, it is quite enjoyable. But if it's one you don't like a techno gym, to be fair, the techno gym one isn't even that bad, but it's not fun.
No.
It's incredibly boring. but it is pretty optimal. If it's converging, it's got a nice profile on it.
The potential is high.
Yeah, the potential's high, yeah. It can't... So we put bench at B. It can't go any lower than C.
No.
Like, literally can't.
It's really tough because a good one would probably be like S or A.
Yeah.
But an average one, I think, is below a bench.
I agree.
Yeah. So we're going to have to go C.
Yeah.
I'm already regretting my decisions. Like take again, reference the cruise all the time. Need to go again.
Yeah.
But
we'll be back.
that flat press there, like, feels alright, but
It's not great, is it?
it's like this weird converging thing where it converges, but then it also kind of converges at the back end as well.
Yeah.
So you press in like this weird circle motion.
Yeah, it's like
And I think that's
it's
an
too,
average.
It's too arced,
Yeah.
if anything. Yeah, let's put it below the bench. We're going to have to.
So C tier.
Yeah. C.
Yeah.
That'll be there somewhere
Okay.
on screen.
You want to go?
Okay. I'm going to go with... I already know where I want to put this. A low incline dumbbell press.
Okay. That's high.
I'm going to start off by saying this is my favourite chest exercise. Like a very low incline, like the one notch up, so you
Yeah.
can still...
Just enough to tickle your ego.
Yeah.
But not enough that you
But you
start
still get a bit more upper
a little bit
chest.
of upper going in there. I really like it when I'm heavier.
Yeah. For me, right, I enjoy it. It feels unreal.
Yeah.
You get more range than you do with a barbell.
Anyone can do it. That's another
Anyone
factor.
can do it. You can do it pretty much in any gym as long as the dumbbells are heavy enough for the individual. It's got to go S.
I think it might be.
It has to go S.
I don't know what.
It ticks all the boxes
Yeah.
other than from like a stability standpoint, again, if you're dieting or whatever, or
Yeah.
you're light.
I don't know what's going to go above that, especially to go across the board for everyone.
I think a dumbbell press for anyone is just a great exercise,
Yeah.
unless you've got mangled shoulders or
Yeah,
something.
agreed. S tier. Jesus, we're running out of options here, man. What have we got? A and D left.
Yeah.
We're going to have to be smart with the odd
I've got a
choices.
funny one.
Okay, I'll
Not
go.
funny, a good one.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be thinking about this, but Smith press incline of choice. I don't think it
Again, I do quite enjoy it, but I do feel like I get more from a barbell
Yeah.
or a dumbbell.
I also think with a Smith, it's a pain in the ass to set up. Because you know, if you get it like an inch wrong, it
Yeah.
just ruins your set. And you just do regress. Like,
See,
it's so annoying.
This is where we've got the issue now. So we've got B left.
No, we've done. B was bench press.
Yeah, so we've got A and D.
Yeah.
So this is where we've got an issue, because I know what I'm going to say next.
I think generally,
It's going to have to go... It's going to have... With what I want to say next, it's going to have to go A.
okay, I think that's not a bad place, right? There's more stability than a bench press. It's less fun. It's less accessible. I'd maybe in hindsight swap them around, but we can't do that. That's
Yeah, we
always
can't
the
do it.
game.
That's what I would say. If we could swap, I'd swap them two around.
And also, you get like different angles of the old Smithy.
Smith. Yeah, if they're slanted, it's slightly
A little bit
annoying.
weird.
Why do they do that?
Well, I think there's one thing about like if you press in, if you're doing a barbell press, for
Yeah,
example,
you're going
it
to
would
press
go
that in an arc.
wouldn't
Yeah.
it? But like it's an arc and not a straight line, so
Yeah.
sometimes it feels really weird when you press in like
Yeah, at
back
least-
overhead. It's really weird to get your elbows in the right
Yeah,
position.
at least with a barbell, you can like choose the degree
Yeah.
of arc.
And it's still straight, like the weight's still going straight
Yeah.
down. So when you're not like trying to get your elbows in front of a barbell,
No.
either. When you're doing a Smith machine press backwards, it's like your elbows have got to be in front of you. And it feels like,
Yeah,
especially for my gammy shoulders, it feels
feels
whack.
mangly.
So yeah, okay, let's do that.
It's gonna have to go A.
It's A, but I'm regretting my decisions.
Right, so last one. This is easy. It's not. It's
I
gonna.
wonder where this one's going to go, you know?
It's gonna go last place, obviously, but it would be last place anyway. So you know when you see like people like pretty sure I've seen like Ryan Terry do it, and like Andre Dieu. You know
I already know what you're going to say.
Flat plate press, but where you stood up.
Yeah.
Even if you were laid down, you're still shit. But
That might be the worst exercise
you can do for chest.
Could possibly do.
Like, makes no sense at all.
No. I even think the old sitting on the side of the bench pressing
like
across
that. That's just like, what are you doing?
It's still better than the plate press, though. So
that standing
that
plate press is awful.
Just to preface this with some like information, no, not preface, back up this decision.
Keep talking. I'm just turning off.
All right, mate. Yeah, whenever you're doing an exercise, you want the load to be directly opposing what that muscle that you're trying to train is going to do. So, like, the only thing a plate press is doing for your chest is pressing inwards because you're like just keeping the plate on your hands.
Yeah.
But if you're standing up and you're pressing outwards, you're going to be getting a bit of front delt from just holding it in front of you. But like, you just
then, it's still not.
Still a terrible exercise.
It's not doing anything.
No, I remember we used to, like, really back in the day, we used to do a like plate press lying down.
Yeah, that's kind of better, but still, there's just so many better options.
Yeah. Like, you do it because you kind of get a good pump because you're like squeezing it so hard.
You're squeezing so hard.
It's just not going to do anything for you, is it?
Yeah, and just from like an actual loading potential, it's just like
whack.
Yeah,
hella whack. So D tier, man.
Yeah.
Happy with that listy poo. Do you want to do a muscle group part 2?
Yeah, we might as well, aren't we? Because we're only 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
This might actually be a short pod today.
Short pod? Nah, definitely not. Arms or back?
Let's go back.
Okay. Coming in at number 1, ranking back exercises. I'm going to start off a bit rogue and say an RDL or a hip hinge. It's a little bit of a hammy exercise. More of a glute and ham exercise.
Yeah, it is. But I do feel like
work.
Oh, it's tough.
Mm.
It can't go below C for me.
No. I think it's going to be in everyone's program. Some sort of hinge. And
in terms of actual back development, then, when if you're really trying to grow your back, I don't think it's up there.
No, I agree.
I think it is. A hip hinge is vital to like have a, not vital, but
complete back.
Yeah, it helps to have a dense
Well, it's tough
back.
because whenever you're doing any exercise, you tend to want to actually move the muscle group that you're trying to train.
Yeah.
But like, a hip hinge is the only exercise that most BBs do to like grow that muscle group. That's just a isometric hold for that muscle.
But it's mad because like whenever we do an RDL, like today we did RDLs, I come off that and my upper back is toast.
Yeah, same.
But again, it's just from like that isometric hold.
Yeah.
You're not actually taking your upper back through any range, are you?
Yeah. I'd put it at C then.
In terms of back development, C.
I think we're going to come up with a worse one. Potentially.
Yeah.
C tier. It's okay. You might get
C.
a bit of erector. You might get a bit of upper back. Is it going to blow up your back?
No.
Maybe. Probably not.
Based off science, anyway. No.
Yeah. Yo.
Okay. I'm going to go with a barbell row. Is the Mac about to die?
No, I think we should be all right.
Right. Ranking this back exercise after a short delay because of the Mac. The barbell row.
It's a good option. You're getting the same isometric stuff from the RDL, obviously a little bit less heavy.
Yeah.
So maybe not quite as much of a rector, but you're getting a lot more upper back and a little bit more lat.
Yeah.
I'm putting this pretty high, to be honest.
I was thinking like an A.
What if you were to pick one exercise to grow your back?
For an all-rounder, I honestly think I would go barbell row.
Yeah. It's like a little centre mid in there. Can do a bit of
Yeah,
everything.
bit of a playmaker.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think
Can we put it S?
it doesn't feel like an S.
But I think it is an S. I think
Like-
it is the GOAT.
I don't know what else is as good for as much
Overall back
bang for
development.
your
Yeah.
buck, all round movement.
Maybe like a dumbbell row,
It's tough because if you were
like a dual arm dumbbell.
Yeah.
Like that's probably going to be a little bit more optimal.
yeah
Well,
on
it's
the
not-
optimal scale,
It's not as fun.
and it's a bit easier to do than a dumbbell row as well. But I think if you're going, okay, what's the best upper back movement? What's the best lat movement?
Yeah,
what's
it's
the best
different. It's
erector
different.
movement? It's probably not the top of any of them, but it's high up on all of them.
Yeah, let's go S for barbell
Okay.
row.
Bang it in there.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, number 3, ranking the best back exercise. The
Pardon me.
optimal bro, single arm, D handle, chest supported cable pull down, or bench supported cable pull down, with a little twist and a
Sharp exhale.
exhale. Yeah,
It's annoying because for me, right, that's the best lat exercise. I think we've had that in for years now.
literally ages.
I think majority of my lat growth has come from that
Yeah,
in terms of like connection. I actually think it's pretty easy to progress as well in terms
Yeah.
of getting stronger at,
yeah,
if you can get in a good groove with it. But then you got to take into consideration like this. You got to set up. You've got to do it single arm.
the
It's
setup
not
is
that
easy
fun.
once you get it.
Yeah.
but it's quite a daunting exercise.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm programming for someone that's not had that much time in the gym, it wouldn't be my first choice because
No, I think you'd probably just go for like some form of neutral grip.
yeah, not
Dual
just on a
arm.
normal cable machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what have we got? So we've got S.
we've got S and we've got C.
Yeah, we've got barbell row at S,
Yeah,
RDL at C.
yeah,
I'm going to put it B.
yeah. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I think there's a better one coming, but it's definitely not a D. I program it a lot.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
I
good.
think majority of my clients have it in
Yeah.
somewhere.
And there's a lot of anti-optimal bros that say, like, I don't know. I don't even know what's wrong with it, but they say it's not
Yeah.
great. I agree
You
to
didn't see Ronnie doing
yeah,
that.
yeah. There's a certain point where, like, some optimal bros will do that, but then just end up not trying that hard,
Yeah.
not lifting that much load
It's-
because they're trying so hard to get like.
Yeah, it's one of
perfect
them where you've
action.
got, like, you've already got the optimal, like, setup.
Yeah,
So then with your execution, I think you can be a little bit more,
yeah, just pull.
like, literally just pull with your lat.
Yeah,
Don't be scared to load it.
100%.
You're still going to get a lot of lat
Yeah.
tension.
So B.
B, yeah. Okay, let's go with a standard, like what you traditionally call a lat pull down. So like a straight / curved bar, pronated grip.
And we've got A and D left.
I'd probably put it A anyway.
I really like it. I think
it's better than a single arm pull down.
yeah, again, for overall back development,
Yeah, I'd put it over that.
it's probably similar to the old BB row where it's like getting a bit of lat, getting a bit of upper back.
Yeah, like it's a good all rounder.
Yeah. If you were to do 2 movements, you'd probably do a barbell row and a pull down.
Yeah, I'd go. Yeah,
You'd maybe do a
definitely.
neutral grip, but like you're still getting a
I still get a lot of lat from
Yeah.
just a standard.
same.
Like when I come off that, my back is
Yeah.
so pumped everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Negative. You almost always just fail in the
Yeah.
short. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You end up just being able to get like loads of half rep partials.
yeah, that.
But I agree. I think A is a good slot.
Yeah.
Okay. Final exercise again. I don't want to be influenced by the only letter left. But
Yeah, that's the issue here. You're going to be slightly influenced.
Yeah.
Like I was.
so if I was to name a really whack back exercise,
I can't think of that many that are like stupidly whack.
no.
Not like that plate press thing.
No.
Like, is there any back exercises you see people doing and you're like, you're not even training your back at all? Like,
Not
everyone
really,
knows to train your back, you're going to be pulling of some sort.
I guess maybe something that I don't program very much is like a rear delt row. But I don't think it's horrendous.
I don't think we can class that though as back.
That's kind of in the delts. And then I don't program often like a straight bar pullover, but I don't think it's a horrendous exercise.
I don't think it's bad exercise.
So maybe a dumbbell pullover would be in my D tier.
Yes, I was going to say that for the chest exercise because I see Ryan Terry again and Andre Dieu and co doing that. But yeah, dumbbell pullover.
Yeah, that'd be a good D tier.
Yeah, I still don't think it's that bad though.
No. I think if you're trying to because I mean, even in our single arm pull downs, like I get the whole thing about you do feel your chest a little bit because it is kind of aligning. With it, but I don't think it's a great exercise for anything.
No. If you're gonna do a pullover, I think just like a single arm cuff is your best option, or dual arm. But again, like, I'd probably still put them near the bottom.
Yeah.
Boring. They're slightly optimal, but
you just look like a bit of a neek as well.
I just think you're going to get more out of doing like a single arm pull down.
Yeah. Whenever I do a single arm pull over, just feel my tricep.
Yeah. You know, like when you see people doing the single arm cuff and that, like a lot of people do it now.
Yeah, you're right.
And they call it like their priming exercise before they then go into like a single arm pull down. I'm just like do you for me, I look at that and I think your setup's probably wrong on a single arm pull down, or your cues aren't right, or you're not performing it in a way that works for you.
You
shouldn't need a priming exercise.
That exercise to me feels a little bit like doing a like a Kelso shrug. You know, when you're doing a row, but you only shrug.
Yeah, and I
it's
see
kind
Kuba
of like,
doing that. Yeah,
I get it if you're really trying to be precise, but for majority of people, you obviously see the big bodybuilders doing it.
Yeah,
that maybe really need to bring up like a specific portion
muscle.
of the line. It's like so niche.
Yeah,
and even still, like, you could probably grow more from doing other exercises. Yeah. The only thing I'd like about it is if you were really, really big and you're so big that your lats are literally getting in the way from you doing a single arm pull down and staying tucked, then that's when you might actually want to do it.
Do that, yeah.
But like if you're not...
For most people, I'd just say just do more sets on a single arm pull down.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing it as like a primer, do more warm-ups or assess your execution.
Feels like a bit of a waste of time for most people, doesn't it?
You're basically doing the same movement twice.
Yeah.
We covered this in another pod, didn't we? Like, people making their sessions like 9 exercises long, but doing like 4 exercises that are the same.
The same thing.
It's like, what's the point?
Yeah. So for most of you, it's probably a waste of time, unless you're like some massive IFBB pro then.
And you're having to get really technical.
Yeah. Probably can it off.
Yeah. The only time I'd maybe use it as like a primer is if you didn't have any like lat or upper back work before you went into a hip hinge, for example, on a pull day. To get things
warm a little bit.
That would make sense.
I sometimes kind of go over to a cable and do a little bit, but it's not really anything purposeful.
I think we always program a single arm lat bias movement first thing because you're going to get the most from it, and it does sort of warm you up going into the hip hinge.
100p. So there's your S to D tier of back exercise. I think that's quite good.
Yeah, back and chest.
I think let's save some other ones for another pod. So in the future 5%. We can do a S to D on arms, quads, hammies. That's coming soon. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Do you want to do we've got some charge on the old lappy toppy. Do you want to do a little run around of what happened on Saturday?
Do. Why don't you? I'd actually like to know your.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably more beneficial because for me it's like, okay, I won. I did pretty well.
What else is there to it?
It was a good day.
Yeah.
I'd say it was for me, it was quite like an emotional day.
Yeah.
Not in terms of like I was like so sad and stuff. Like I was so proud.
Said you started crying.
I started crying.
No, Ryan.
Oh right, yeah.
I was tearing up when
I wasn't like sad, but I say I was emotional. I went through like a bit of a roller coaster throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like in the morning, I was pretty nervous, and I felt pretty pressurized.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, like I really do want to win this. Then after, it was like, I don't even know.
I was so gassed.
I was gassed, but
I was so happy for you.
I was sort of trying to keep it in because, like, realistically, it's not that much of a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, but it's not like I've just won something major. Like, it's still important. It's still cool.
Yeah.
So obviously I was very happy, but I was trying to sort of rein myself in, like, okay, like, you've won an okay show. Like, it's nothing crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's obviously the amateur ranks, but there isn't pro ranks in junior.
No, exactly. That's why I was trying to look at it. I think I was more happy after the overall.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Why is that?
And after seeing how I looked in the overall, because whenever I think, oh, imagine me being overall against these people, I look so out of place.
Yeah.
To then look back and not look out of place at all.
Yeah.
That was like a rewarding feeling.
Yeah.
Compared to winning a junior class, without sounding like a cock, I sort of felt like I should be at the point where I should be winning a junior class.
Yeah, because you've been close.
Yeah, so
before,
I felt like I had to win, which was sort of the relief I had coming off.
Yeah, it's sort of like last year you were maybe coming in as the underdog, and maybe this year I wouldn't say whatever the opposite of an underdog
like
is.
The favourite.
I
wouldn't say I was the favourite,
no.
But I think there was a lot of people, I had a lot of messages on Instagram, people saying, oh yeah, like, you've got it in the bag, like, you're going to win. And I was like, fucking stop, please.
Yeah, no.
I was saying thank you to the people, obviously, but it's nice for people to say that, but when you actually put yourself in my shoes, it's a bit like, oh, God.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I feel like I'm going to let people down.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between, like, a good look and, like, a... you're going to
piling
smoke it
pressure.
today easy, aren't you? It's like...
Don't say that.
Yeah, it's quite high pressure.
Yeah, that's probably my wrap-up of the day. It was a good day. I enjoyed it. It was fun, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I mean, it's quite funny that the on the old Instagram thing, I said to Leo maybe 20 minutes before we went on stage, I was like, I'll go on your Instagram because I can go on it on like the
meta thing.
And I'll like post some stuff when you're actually on stage so that you can, I don't know, see it live, the people that were looking at story. And I was just getting like spammed with messages.
Yeah, so many people were messaging me.
Yeah. Not that it's a bad thing, but like, I was like, I'm logging it out.
Yeah, just fuck off. I can't be arsed for this.
Leo can read these later. But yeah, I enjoyed it, to be fair. I was really happy when you won. I nearly put a story up saying like I'm proud or whatever.
Yeah, but that would have been gay. I'd literally turned around and go, HL, why have you done that?
Yeah,
gay
I literally recorded it, and then I said to the camera, I was like, I might not put this up because he's probably going to insult me.
Nah, but it was a good day. It was nice to see everyone happy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hopefully you were happy too, at least reasonably.
Well, no, I was happy, definitely. Now on to Hungary.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Yeah, man.
So, follow along for... Will we get a pod in next week?
Yeah.
And then the week...
yeah, because we do it on Tuesday.
Yeah, so we'll get a pod in next week. The week after that, you'll be away.
Yes, but I'll try... What we'll do is, I get back on the Wednesday, we'll do a pod at the weekend if we can.
Unless I just turn up hungry.
We want to do the thingy special, the Halloween special. We can't leave it too long.
Is that going to be that weekend?
I think Halloween's on the Thursday.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do it at the weekend.
Yeah. Good stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed the pod.
I thought it died then.
Running low on battery.
We're going to have to wrap up very quick.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the pod. Drop a subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram. Yeah. Follow our personal YouTubes. We need to start shouting them out because we've both been getting active on there.
A bit more regular. Once a week at a minimum.
Yeah.
And also I'll put some stuff below. If you want free stuff, that's linked below.
Yeah.
And if you want to pay us, that's also linked below. And we can help you out.
Pay us now.
So yeah, see you next week.
Ciao.
Bye.